What's up, people? Today we are seeing the question majority element. Let's take an example for this. So here we have an example in which we have an array of numbers basically, and the question says that there will always exist a majority element. We have to find it and return it. What is a majority element? It's basically an element which comes more than n by 2 times, right? So if it's any number like 5 or 7 or 9, it would be like let's say for 5 it will be 3 or more. For 7 it will be 4 or more, and for 9 it will be 5 or more. So it will be always above the half. And if it is an even element, even number of elements, let's say there are 6 elements, or maybe there are 10 elements, or maybe there are 30 elements. So it is for these elements that majority element will be more than half. So it will be 4 or more in this case. In this case it will be 6 or more, or in this case it will be 16 or more. Alright, so we know कि हमारे को n by 2 से ज़्यादा बार एलिमेंट मिलेगा, right? तो अब हमारे को वो एलिमेंट ढूंढना है और हमें वो रिटर्न कराना है. So there can be multiple approaches that can go with this, ठीक है? So the first approach is brute force approach. What it says is, if we have, let's say, n elements, we don't store it anywhere or do something. What we do is we pick the first element and we see how many times it came. In all these elements, the number of time it comes, if it is greater than n by 2, then this is the element. If this is not the majority element, then we go to the next one and do the same thing. For these many elements, we count the number and see how many times it comes. So we keep on doing for all the elements, and for all the elements we are iterating through all the other elements. So it is going to be O of n square approach. And the space utilized over here is O of 1 because it's constant space. We are not using any other space to do anything over here. So this is one approach in which, like, this is the most simple approach there is. So the second approach is using hashing. Hashing का यूज करेंगे हम यहाँ पे. तो यहाँ पे अगर हमारे पास है 1 2 2 3 3 3 2 2. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and let's add one more 2 over here. ठीक है, तो इसमें हमारे को दिख रहा है कि हमारा असली एलिमेंट जो है 2 है यहाँ पे, जो कि मेजॉरिटी एलिमेंट आना चाहिए. तो what we can do is we can select the first one, right? The first one, and let's say we make a hash map over here, and first element we have over here, we just say that okay, now its count is 1. Then the next 2 comes, we put its count as 1. The next 2 comes, we see it is already there, we increment this, so it becomes 2's count becomes 2. 3's count is then becoming 1 because it's coming for the first time. 3's count becomes 2. We increment the count whenever we see an element coming again, right? So it becomes 3, it becomes 4, and then it becomes 5. After that, we iterate over the hash map and see any element, if it has the count greater than n by 2, we say that okay, this is our element. So this is hashing, in which we are solving it in O of n time and O of n space. So this is another approach. The third approach is using sorting. तो sorting कर सकते हैं यार, अगर हमारे को एक array given है. अब इस array के अंदर सारे के सारे रैंडम एलिमेंट्स हैं. अगर मैंने इसे सॉर्ट कर दिया और मुझे क्वेश्चन कहता है कि गारंटीड उसके अंदर एक मेजॉरिटी एलिमेंट है जिसका काउंट ग्रेटर देन n by 2 है, तो आई एम श्योर कि सॉर्ट करने के बाद जो मिडल एलिमेंट होगा वो मेरा मेजॉरिटी एलिमेंट होगा ही होगा. कैसे मैं श्योर हो सकता हूँ? बिकॉज इवन इफ माई फर्स्ट एलिमेंट is the element which is my majority element, the coming n by 2 plus 1 elements will be n by 2 plus 1 or greater than n by 2, any will be the same element because it comes n by 2 plus 1 times or more times, right? Similarly, if the last element is my majority element, then the last n by 2 plus 1 times, this many times n by 2 plus 1 or more, it can be the complete array itself, But we can see on the both of these extremities we are getting the answer. If it is over here also, if it is over here also, anywhere in the middle also, if it is n by 2 plus 1, there is no way that the middle space is not occupied by the majority element if it is sorted. So we can see an example also over here. 1 2 2 3 1 1, so one more 1. Okay, so we can see we have 7 elements over here, and if I sort this, it will become 1 1 1 1 2 2 and 3. So these elements, let me just number them also. 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So these are 7 elements, or I can say this is the 6th index. The middle element over here is this element. This will give me the answer. And if we take an example of even number of elements in the array also, like in this case we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 elements. 8 elements we have over here, and we want to say that okay, if we sort this out, we should have 5 or more elements in the majority, right? 5 or more. So 1 2 3 4 5 2 2 and 3. So this is the array which we get sorted. If we find the middle element as n by 2th element of 8, it should give me the result. So in this case, we have 8, so 8 by 2 is 4. So 0 1 2 3 4. This is the answer, right? In this case. So we can find it by sorting also. We can find the middle element, and that should give us the answer. We can also find it through the other ways. Now we'll go to the most efficient way. This approach using sorting is basically taking O of n log n time, and if we sort it efficiently, and it is using O of 1 space. So can we do even better? Yes, we have another approach of doing this. Yes, so the 4th approach over here is Moore's voting algorithm. Moore's voting algorithm. Moore's, I've heard both of them. So एल्गोरिथम देखते हैं, नाम तो मूरे ही है या मूर, जो मर्जी बोलो उसको, ठीक है। तो इस एल्गोरिथम में क्या हो रहा है, हमारे पास एक एरे गिवन है एंड वी से कि हमारे को इसके अंदर n by 2 टाइम्स से ज्यादा बार आने वाला एलिमेंट चाहिए। n by 2 टाइम्स से ज्यादा बार जो एलिमेंट आएगा, वो एलिमेंट जो है वो ही हमारा मेजॉरिटी एलिमेंट है। दिस इज द क्वेश्चन, राइट? एंड दिस एलिमेंट विल एग्जिस्ट। So how the algorithm works is saying कि हम पहले एलिमेंट को अपना कंटेंडर बनाएंगे। This will be our contender, ठीक है। तो अब अगर ये कंटेंडर है, हमें इसका काउंट निकालना है कि ये कितनी बार आया है। तो हाउ विल वी फाइंड दिस? दिस इज आवर वैलिड कंटेंडर। इसका हमने इंडेक्स स्टोर करा लिया कहीं पे। दिस इंडेक्स को मैंने आई में या IDX में स्टोर करा लेता हूँ एज 0, एंड इट्स काउंट करंटली इज 1. Then we move forward and see what is the next element. If the next element can be the same as contender, if it is same as this element, or it can be something different, it can be something which is not the contender. If it is same as contender, what we are going to do is we are going to say that the count increases. So count will become count plus 1, whatever the count is, count plus 1. And in this case, the count will become count minus 1. So जब जब हमारे को सेम मिल रहा है, तब तब हम उसका काउंट बढ़ा रहे हैं। जब जब हमें डिफरेंट मिल रहा है, तो हम उसका काउंट कम कर रहे हैं। तो what will happen is at some point of time, if it becomes 0, if the count ever becomes 0, तो we know at this point of time कि हमारा contender is not the best element till now. So we change the contender to whatever element at this point. If the contender's count changed to 0, we can say that okay, now we'll take this element as the contender and do the same thing that we were doing with this. So how is it working? Let's take an example. Alright, let's take this as the example. So we have 5 elements over here, and we'll say that okay, we'll initialize as this as the current contender. So we'll store the index of this current contender in some variable. So let's say IDX is equal to 0 and count is equal to 1, because currently it has appeared only one time. Then we'll put a loop from first index till the last index, and we'll see if the count increases and decreases. And whenever it increases, we increase the count. Whenever it decreases, we check if it has become 0. If it has become 0, then we will change the contender to be the current element with count 1. So we'll see. Okay, so let's start with this element. Since this element's value is same as the current contender's value, we'll increase its count. So count will become 1 plus 1, 2. Now we go over here, this is 2, so its value is not same as the current contender's value. We'll decrease the value, it will become 1 again. So after this, we know that 3 has come. So value of 3 is not same as the current contender's value, so it will be decreased again, it becomes 0. At this point, since it has become 0, there will be a new contender. Okay, so the new contender is 3. So I store 3's index in IDX. So it will become 3, which is basically 0, 1, 2, 3. The index is 3 and count will become 1. We continue moving forward and we get a 1 over here. Since we get a 1, we say that okay, this is not, its value is not equal to the current index, which we are taking as the current contender, right? So the count of the current contender goes decreased by 1, right? So it becomes 0. It becomes 0 and the new contender becomes 1 with count 1. Okay, so we have to take the index over here as 4, right? 4. So now this becomes as the latest contender, and since we have no more elements, this is the answer. But how is it working, right? How is it working? Let's see. So if we have any array, and at any given point of time I made this element as the current contender, right? If this is the current contender, its count goes up in the middle and then down, up and down, up and down. At some point it becomes 0. At this point the count becomes 0. That means in this whole part, firstly this will be an even array, this whole part will be even, and there are equal number of elements. The number of elements C is coming out to be n by 2 times, if this is n. So if it is, let's say this is, let's take it as x only. In this part C has come as x by 2 times and other elements have come at x by 2 times. Okay, if this is the case, then we know that at this point of time C is not the contender, right? If C is not the contender, what we want to use is the next element, whatever is the last element. We'll say okay, you become the new contender, this will become the new contender, and we'll say that its count currently is equal to 1. And then we'll keep on repeating this whole stuff again and again, because we know that if it is the current contender, if C is supposed to be the majority element, it will beat these elements in the future in the same manner and then become the contender again, like the way we saw in that example, right? 1, 1, 2, 3 and 1. So at this point the count was 1, then it became 2, then became 1, then became 0. This became the new contender. At this point again the contender's count became 0 and the new contender was made, right? So all the time, if there is an element which has n by 2 plus 1 or even more number of occurrences, at the end of plus 1 and minus 1's game, this whole thing that we are doing over here, it will at the end result in the win of this element only, because it's coming more times, right? Even if it is the last, let's say if it is like 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, so what will happen is the 2 will become new contender, so its count will become 1, right? So it goes, next element is not the same as the current contender, so its count becomes 0 and this becomes the new contender, right? Then we move to 1, this count was 1 and this will say that okay, now I'm not same as you are, so your count has to be decreased, it becomes 0, so I become the new contender with count 1. The next element is same, next element is same, we increment it 2 times, count 2 and count 3. No matter if it is a positive value +3 +1, it is not of any consequence to us. What the positive value tells us is that it comes more than n by 2 times. That's all that it tells us, right? It can be 1 also, it can be 2, it can be 3, depending upon the sequence of numbers. But ultimately what it is telling is that I win because I am coming more than n by 2 times, right? So if any element is voting for itself and I have one person whose vote is n by 2 plus 1 times, right? So it will cancel out all the other votes, right? In the first part, let's say that our counter, the contender was having a win, +1 +1 +1 +1. Then again it had a -1 -1 -1 -1. But again it will have a +1 again, right? At this point again. So this part cancelled out, this part doesn't matter. We have more +1s for this contender than -1, right? So this will make it a winner at the end, right? So even if we start with some other contender X which was not supposed to win, it will gain +1s, and then the real contender comes, it will make it go -1 -1 -1 enough times that it becomes 0, and we have the correct contender as the answer, right? So this correct contender will be chosen over here. Let's see its algorithm written in Python. We have the code over here, and let's try to run it with our example and see if it works or not. Okay, so we have our array as 1 1 2 3 1. Count is equal to 1, count is equal to 1, okay, and current element is equal to num0. Num0 is this element, so it becomes 1. Okay, I'm not storing the index over here, I'm storing the value, because we don't need to return the index, we just need to return the value of the element. So now we say that, okay, in the range of 1 to the last element, so from this value till this whole values, we'll have the value, the indexes in I, right? So we say that if nums I is equal to current, right? If nums I is equal to current, increase the count, so this will become 2. ठीक है, else का part इस बारी में नहीं रन होता, तो हम छोड़ देते हैं उसको. Next time, if nums I equal to current element, no, it is not equal. We go into else part, count is decreased. Count is decreased, this will become 1. If count is equal to 0, no, तो इस part को अभी छोड़ देते हैं. आगे चलते हैं. If nums I equal to current, current के equal नहीं है, तो else में जाएंगे, count को एक और decrease करेंगे, ये बन जाएगा 0. If count equal to 0, yes, count is equal to 1, change it to 1. And current equal to nums I, whatever is the current element, that becomes the contender now, 3. Okay. Now what we want is run this again. If nums I equal to current, no, so we move into else. Count becomes decreased by 1, so 0 it becomes. If count is 0, count becomes 1, and current element becomes nums I, which is this element, so it becomes 1 again. And after doing this, we return the current element, which is 1 in this case, right? So this is what we return over here. So you can see with multiple examples, you try to run this whole thing up, and it will still give you this answer only, because no matter what the orientation or the sequence of these elements is, if I am cancelling out every other person who comes in this array, then if I have n by 2 or more than n by 2 chances, then I will always win, right? If we cancel each other out, anybody who has n by 2 plus 1 or more chances, that person will win. And that is the whole scenario which is going on over here. If you like the video, do click on like and do share it with your friends. I'll be posting more videos every day, so subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you everyone, see you next time.